Work, live, and play all within a few square miles of each other. That's the vision currently being carved out in the latest commercial residential development at Nexton off I-26 near Somerville. And joining us is Brent Gibaldo, Senior Vice President of Brookfield Properties Development. Good to have you with us. Drive past that area every so often, and there's just constant construction going on. You're creating a whole city unto itself.
Yeah, it's really exciting. You know, this region is really blessed. It's very popular for everyone these days, and we've been very fortunate with Nexton that we're really trying to create an environment that it keeps up with the tradition of great places that we have here in the Charleston region.
And the goal of Nexton really is to allow people to kind of stay within that community, do what they need to do to live their lives safely and happily without having to fight traffic and going far distances.
You nailed it. It really is. Our goal early on with Nexton was, can we create an environment that is really attractive for businesses to locate? Because as this region was growing, there was going to be a need for other places for businesses to locate, and can we do that in an area, in a region close to where folks can live, and sort of bring all those things close together. And if at the end of the day people can spend less time driving in their cars and more time enjoying the beautiful weather we have here in the outdoors, then we've achieved our goal.
Yeah, absolutely. So really the only distance that you need to drive is to the beach.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Now, before we get into Dayfield Park and exactly what you're developing there, can you put it into context with the greater Nexton development and the size and the scope and what's currently there?
Yeah. So if you think about Nexton is a project that we've been working on for almost 15 years now, and it will be continuing for another 10 plus years. And so it is really all facets of places that you need in a good region. And so, you know, we started early on with Nexton in the area near I-26 with some of the more regional destinations like hotels and restaurants and retail. A few years later, we started with some of our primary neighborhoods, like Brighton Park, our Del Webb community in North Creek. Today, we're moving into the Midtown region, which is a larger residential area with a new middle school coming in a couple years. We have an existing elementary school. And all along this time, we've been adding different commercial components and bringing in these different employment opportunities. And so Dayfield Park is just the latest sort of employment area that we're going to have.
And Nexton itself, you said, was 5,000 acres?
Yes.
5,000 acres. And approximately how many people do you envision will be living there?
Sure.
At one time?
When everything is done, you know, 10 plus years down the road,
Sure.
There'll be close to 30,000 people living there. So almost 10,000 different homes or apartments or residences.
And when we talk about infrastructure, we're talking about those commercial places for people to do their shopping and where they work and like you said, schools and things like that.
Yes, exactly. And that was one of the really fortunate things about Nexton was its location was already really well located with infrastructure, right on I-26, 2 miles, an existing interchange at 199, a new interchange that was built at 197, Highway 176 on the backside. So the major infrastructure was there, but you nailed it. Things like schools were important. Bringing in parks and recreational facilities for people, not just for Nexton residents, but everyone in the region. And now bringing in these shopping and employment opportunities. So it's not just about homes, and that was something really important day one. We didn't want Nexton to just be a place where people could live. It really was a place where people could live their whole life.
Exactly. And so with Dayfield Park, so you are now just starting on this. When do you think it's going to be completed? Yeah,
so the first phase, the site is already under development.
Okay.
The first buildings are probably 12 to 18 months away, and then full build out's probably about 3 to 5 years from now.
And what are you putting in there?
So the very first projects that are going up is actually going to be a daycare facility and a fitness club, sort of critical things for folks. We also have a doggy daycare coming along, and then our first few office buildings.
Okay, any big box stores?
Not in Dayfield Park. No.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
Okay, so and as far as grocery stores and all of that,
there is a Publix and a Harrods Teeter very close by, right on Nexton Parkway, and both of those are under construction today, and those will be open in the next 12 months. Those are probably the most exciting things for a lot of our residents.
Now, you are also an award-winning master planner of a community in Somerville, and so what would you say is just the most critical component for a community to be?
You know, it's interesting. More than ever, sort of a well thought out designed community matters, right? I think COVID and a lot of the things we've been through has reminded us how important community is. And if you can really plan out a community and bring all the different components of what people need and try to spend just a little bit of extra time and attention to those little details, whether it's the quality of the landscaping or making sure everything's connected by pedestrian pathways and knitted together. And really at the end of the day, as a community developer, we create physical places, but it is the people, it's the residents, they make the community, and we just create the environment.
That is true. Brent, thank you so much for sharing with us. We look forward to seeing it completed.
My pleasure. Thank you.
We're back after this.